When you hear the sound of the bell, you know you are in the championship rounds with King Amin of Essex, and I'm here with my brother right here, Lidz Low, aka the Fans Corner, out of that red clay of GA. Tell them where to find you on IG, my brother. Tell them all your handles.
Yeah, man, it's simple. The Fans Corner, DAFANSCORNER. What we got? YouTube, Twitter, and IG.
There we go. There we go. Now we're gonna jump right into it. We familiar sparring partners, so we can get right to it, man. This episode is titled About Face. And I'm a rapper. I like to rap, I like double and triple entendre. So, about face could mean like a change of direction. It could mean about your face card. You know how we know how that face card has value, or you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe it's some other plays on it, but we're gonna get into you fight week recap real quick. Chris Eubank Jr. What'd you think, man? That was an amazing fight, upset by Liam Williams, huh?
Yeah, I know a lot of people see it as an upset, but that dude durable, man. He gonna fight, and he gonna keep that guard right here. You know what I'm saying? I was rewatching it, and I ain't too much care for Eubank. Look a whole lot like Roy now, like a whole lot, and he don't have that. I don't think like that speed to be all like how Roy was. He's very like, Roy like, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So I mean, but hey, I know Roy his coach, and he probably, trying to pay homage or whatever the case may be. But I say I always stick to what works for you. Ain't nothing wrong with adding, but that style is just not him, bro. I ain't like it. So I didn't have Liam Williams like totally like he just gonna lose the fight. Cause I always go back and look at stuff, see how I'm gonna take shit, what he do, how he moving around when he in trouble, yada yada yada. I thought it was gonna go. It could possibly went 12 to me, but Liam said, "Damn, all that."
And look, it's funny. He could have fit Eubank, that is, on last week's episode, impersonations versus impressions, right? Now, Liam Smith, he made the impression since, for me, Jesse Vargas fight. Again, I was blessed to be in the building on a Serrano Taylor joint. He was in there against Jesse Vargas, showed hella dog, and he's been, maintaining since then pretty well. And you said it, you pointed out well. Eubank is doing an impersonation of Roy, but it ain't, you know what I'm saying? Like it's like, see, it was like Flash in the 5 Heartbeats. That shit don't flow.
Good one.
You know what I'm saying? It just don't fit, right? You know what I'm saying?
It don't.
He could get the chin strap. He could do whatever Roy was doing, but it ain't Roy. And I think, he has to find his own identity, because for all this time, he's either been Chris Eubank Jr. or Chris Eubank Jr., who's trained by Roy Jones Jr. So he got the junior. He has to become a man unto his own as far as identity and boxing style in a lot of levels, bro.
Right. And again, doing the Roy, he kept that left hand low, man. I did not like that, bro.
He must have forgot.
I did not like it. Yeah. So when he caught him, and it was a right hand that started it. So when he caught him, I said, ooh, then he just kept. And see, that's the thing. Liam, he gonna keep throwing him. Bop, 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 bop. Next thing you know, ooh. Yeah, man. Hey, shout out, I want to make it clear. Yeah, because I'm criticizing don't mean I'm bashing. Mm-hmm. You understand? I only been in the ring once myself, and I did take an L, and I ain't ashamed of that shit. You feel me? So I just want to make sure we get that clear when we talk about these boxers. I'm never in this to disrespect or just overly criticize somebody or just downright dog them. You know what I'm saying? It's levels to the. I love that saying because it's fucking true, especially in boxing.
Absolutely.
It's just levels to this shit. Yeah, you good. You're okay. He 5, but that motherfucker extreme. You see what I'm saying?
Sure.
It's just levels. So I get when a lot of fans go to saying, "Oh, this person ain't nothing," or "This person ain't nothing." No. The person is something. It's just the person that he's going against
was something more. Yeah. No,
and so I did want to make that disclaimer.
No, absolutely, and that's a great point, because I think people need to understand we don't say this without challenging ourselves or putting ourselves in that same predicament. So, and I think a lot of fighters, especially the ones, in the way we do this thing over here, they can respect it because it's not a criticism. It's saying he doesn't have the class or the wits. It's saying when on that level, on that stage, he wasn't Chris Eubank Jr. He wasn't anybody that we could identify. Again, his style was reminiscent of a former fighter, but nothing that we think that could have propelled he himself to that level where we're talking about there's so many different, differentiations. So,
don't you got hey Roy out here saying that he wasn't himself or something like that? I don't know. After the fight, I didn't get a chance to catch it, but I thought I either saw it online or something. He was saying like he just went right, or he I don't know, some kind of an excuse in a sense. You know what I mean? Come on, Roy.
Yeah, and also too, it was the elbow is what it was. Roy was, he had some sort of footage to where he said it was an elbow that was involved. And
I did see that still pick. I did see a still pick. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm flat out. What started it was that right hand.
Sure.
You might have slipped that elbow in there, but it was the right hand that started it.
And even if it was an elbow, I doubt it was malicious in any way. It may have been inadvertent, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But whatever it was because of being an aggressive, come forward fighter, and that's your style. And maybe another fighter can't prepare for that, protect yourself at all times. And Eubank, was kind of, unprepared for what happened, So, but yeah, man. Now, Liam, let's not, because we don't want to make it seem like, and that's why the other part of this is too is giving Liam his flowers on this, right?
Yes,
so now they're talking about. First of all, he said if he did the rematch, he'd need a bigger bag to do it at 157, a catch weight or something. And he got to do it in his hometown of Liverpool, right? Or there's also talks of Canelo. So what do you think of all of the opportunity? Yeah, no, excuse me, not Canelo. Pardon me. Triple G. I mean, Triple G.
But I think what happened, he gonna go for the Triple G. See, some fights, not saying that he can't beat Eubank again, but when it was your night, you won. I think he would, if he say a bigger bag, I guess it would depend on the money pretty much. And you know me, I don't do money, I don't count people money, and I don't do numbers. I gotta let them people do their thing. But if they want to give him that, all well and good. Now if they gonna kick up some dust, then he got the Triple G right here to the left. So he gonna be like, hey, I need this, and he won the match. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying he got to be a prima donna, but he got the right to say, hey, okay, maybe that weight that he fought at, he like, fuck that. Let's make a catch weight. Give me a little bit more check. Come on over here, and let's make it happen.
And I think also laying it out like that too, it makes it easier to accept as a deal, as opposed to even though Triple G ain't the same Triple G. And I actually call him lasagna because that G been silent as of late, especially in that last Canelo fight. Still, you don't want to put yourself in a predicament to have to go to war when you could say to yourself, I'd rather take my chances with a Eubank Jr. I know I got to get more than I got the last time somehow. And I get to do it at home.
Yeah.
So I think there's a lot more upside to even getting two of those stipulations met, if not the three. You know what I'm saying? I think if he gets 2 out of 3, it's still a much more attractive overall package than taking a Triple G fight, which is just a war for the money. Yeah, man.
I was gonna say Triple G is gonna be, a name on his record. You know what I mean? Because he toward the end.
Now imagine what that could do. Now that's a high stakes gambling with yourself and saying like, yo, if I just say forget this Eubank thing, I go against Triple G, and what if I win? Then I'm one of those guys. He's only lost to who? Me and Canelo. You know what I'm saying? So you know what I mean, it's tricky. It's tricky,
now that'll definitely put a little money up there. You ain't gotta say shit then.
Oh, absolutely. Now let's talk about another fight that's happening that kind of came out of nowhere. And I think it's another fight of levels. Is it about face? Like, is Tony Harrison making it about face? Like, he's seen an opportunity at 154. He's been granted the opportunity to fight Tszyu. Jamel Charlo's out of that fight due to injury, whatever that is, right? And Tszyu is a face, that last name, right?
Yeah,
what do you think of Harrison and Tszyu? This fight is signed, sealed, and will be delivered.
I like it, and I will watch it. Harrison got this thing where he got a chance to get back at not only a title shot, hell, all the titles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Tszyu, of course, it ain't finna be no walkover. What a fight taking place at?
You know, that's a good question.
Over here?
Nope, Australia, matter of fact.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. Ooh. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm gonna give a slight edge to Tim. A slight. And that's only because of territory.
Yeah, I can see that.
I know Harrison because he already put up a picture saying like 165.6. So he like, I know y'all might have thought I got this on the last minute notice. He like, but if you stay ready, you gotta, stay ready. So I like that. Now, him by even doing that and showing that showed me, hey, I ain't out here playing. I ain't finna just go over there and, just let the mother do what he want or play with me or whatever the case may be. He going over there, he trying to fight. Harrison smelled them titles. And don't nothing else get you up like that other than money. I know, money. But the titles, man, I know a lot of people say belts don't matter. Bump all that. I'm from the old school. That title lets you know who the man in the division. Absolutely. You can have the money. You can have the money. But if you ain't got that title around your waist, who really gunning for you?
Hey.
You going to have people going to fight because people have to fight. But they only going to use you to get to where they trying to go, which is the gold. And the gold brings the what? Money.
So that's that other part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's about your face card, man. It's you got to get them belts because remember Harrison, he got the win over Charlo way back when. You know what I'm saying? He's 154. It was never nothing really wrong. We just knew he was training with Bumgarner. He just was making such great progress, and now all of a sudden, again, I'm not surprised because he's still, had good tread on him, if you will. But even despite the location. I just, in my mind, I don't know if I'm being naive. I feel like they would have to respect the boxing because Harrison is just so, I don't know if I can't say that he's lost a step. I would say that the time off has not rusted him. Maybe he's kept him a little bit more garage kept because again, he's training. I think he could make the judges respect the boxing because Tszyu is a little flat-footed. He catch himself jumping out, lunging for hooks and shit, trying to catch Harrison, and Harrison would be able to roll and counter. I feel like he would be able to put on a clinic to where he wouldn't even leave it in the judge's hands. So I think about that face, he gonna be, he's gonna position himself there. Plus, with all the speculation of Derek James moving all his guys up a division, who's to say that Jermell even comes back to 54 for those belts?
Ooh. Ooh. But that's a ladder. Big Charlo got to move. Little Charlo got to move. Spence got to move.
Well, look, we seen Spence what he's doing, right? Right?
Yeah.
Now you've seen all of a sudden Jermell. Now it really was Jermell first because remember he got pulled out of the fight because of injury.
Correct.
Then Spence moved up or took a fight, at the higher weight just to test the waters, right? I think you see it happen, and then look. We seen, and it was goofy to me, respectfully, we seen Maul holler at Bivol. We know that's not happening at 175, but at 160, like, what's he going to do? You know what I'm saying? He's got to go up to 68. But I'm just saying, it's in the car. Shout out to Mario Munguia. He dropped a jewel on me. You know what I'm saying? I'm still trying to cut that right and present it. So I'm going to run with that. Okay. I think James is moving them boys up. And I see things happening that leads me to believe that, and Harrison could get right back in there and about face,
Okay. Sweet. Yeah. But then the titles, that'd be cool because at least he'll grab a title. But if Charlo don't come back, then the title's going to disperse, right?
Yeah. They go by, he got one, and then, maybe him against whoever the next available opponent, that kind of alphabet soup. But Fundora, Lubin,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 154 starting to look all right. It's not that bad, right?
Yeah, they got some players up there, man, and that will fight.
Yeah, no, and I talked about, you know, the James, you know, stable moving up and everything, and I know he's with Ronnie, but you know they're all a part of that conglomerate.
Right.
I was talking about Maul, but I'm talking about a guy that we all think Maul should fight, and if he move up, then he got to fight. I'm talking about Bubu Andrade, and the reason why I'm talking about it, and I think I'm asking you, is because Tyson Fury, of all people, he just mentioned and said Bubu Andrade is the boogeyman, right? Somebody needs to sample that shit, put it on the record, right? Because I'm wondering, yeah. And I'm wondering if that sort of attention, was it the performance against Damon Nicholson? Was it being associated with PBC and Showtime Boxing? What is different that this kind of fighter, who Canelo absolutely disrespected and people jumped on the disrespect bandwagon, now all of a sudden he's being praised by Tyson Fury? What do you think has been the change?
Well, hell, it's only been one change if you think about it, man. Hell, he went to PBC. You know what I'm saying? But now, only he went to PBC, he over there where everybody at now. Mm-hmm. See, he ain't got to holler about that stupid cross the street and all that. You know, he with the wrong team, wrong promotion, all that. Nah, he over there now. So I think Fury just want to see good fights. And he knows that man gonna be in a good fight regardless of who you put him in. And though he did elevate with the Nicholson fight, I will give him that. He did elevate the game some. He came out. I think the ref was a little bit. I was mad. I was yelling at the TV. Ref was in the way a little bit too much for me. I ain't gonna lie. Hey, that ref was in. I'm like, man, get the fuck, let the man fight, man. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. But Andrade, I'm glad Tyson did that, because now, like you said, it put more eyes and ears towards his way. So now, because you know, you got the fans that's just gonna follow. Period. Well, sure. They ain't got their own mind. They just whatever he say, I'm riding with. So by Fury saying that, you gonna have a lot of people like, yeah, why is Andrade? Now all of a sudden everybody want to wonder why Andrade being avoided when we know forever. When you get avoided, bro, you good. It ain't no other way to say it. Ain't nobody avoiding you because you sorry. They gonna get you out the way. Ain't that what they always say? If I ain't no good, get me out the way.
There you go. And that was healthy. You're absolutely right. That was healthy, you know, to see that in reverse, where one fighter could take you and tarnish your name, and another fighter can take you and bring you up and give you that recognition, man. And while I was talking about Tyson Fury, excuse me, he laid out some interesting, I guess, terms for which he would fight one, for instance, Ngannou. And one people might be, you know, thinking like, oh no, man, that's might be, you know, no, because there's also news that Misfits Boxing, who's, you know, they got a network deal with DAZN, that they are interested in signing Francis Ngannou since he left UFC. So, you know, and not only that, they talked about a prospective fight against Derek Chisora. So again, a prospective fight between Ngannou and Chisora that maybe leads to, the way Fury laid it out, he's willing to do 8 ounces in a cage or something like that.
Yeah. No, he said, that dude said 4-ounce gloves.
4 ounces in the okay. You see what I'm saying now?
So
what do you
Fury understand? Fury understands what's going on. And that's what I like Fury for, that fact. It ain't no turn down. You inviting the man to come on over here. Go ahead and get you a fight. He ain't even trying to take advantage. Go on, get you a fight. Fight Chisora. You whoop Chisora. If you beat Chisora, I get through. If he get through, he'll have. Even if he don't, because that's still a big fight. You know what I'm saying? That's to bringing the UFC over. And yeah, that's just gonna be huge. So Ngannou can do Tyson Fury, he can do Chisora, he can do Tyson Fury, or he can do Wilder.
And look,
you know what I mean? So Francis can come straight in and just be like right here, up at the top.
Absolutely. And it's funny you say that, because if he comes in and he fights a Chisora, right? Great fight. You know, win or lose, it's a great fight. But then there's always the chance of the power, you know what I'm saying? And then, you know, Fury being brilliant, he said, yo, let me give him one of, you know, somebody that's in the UK, that's to build him up over here, audience. I'll be over there walking to the ring, we talking our shit. Like, you could see that one just taking off. Clear. Got the network, because he's not tied to nobody. He rolled with Queensberry. Queensberry do business with whomever. So I could see them rocking out with Misfits in DAZN. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yo,
but
man.
Thank you. Hey, Misfits better make they play because we know who like the heavyweights. You know, the top rank come around that corner.
Yeah, man. And
You know,
listen,
Bob gonna be down for that big money fight.
absolutely, man. Absolutely, man. Now, what I also wanted to tell you too, or what the last thing I wanted to talk about, not last thing, but a last minute replacement. I had Hank Lundy on the show. Very excited about him fighting Adrian Broner, man. But it seems like he's out. Now we got Michael Williams Jr., Jersey born, North Carolina bred. Shout out to him and Michael Williams Sr. Guns in boxing. I think he's 19-1 or 20-1. He's the replacement opponent for Adrian Broner. So, like, it's a lot of things that could happen because Broner, number one, we don't even know where he's at. And it's funny, I got my 5-year-old son watching the Great White Hype. And in my mind, and in my mind, Broner's like Damon Wayans eating sherbet on the couch, man. Like, I don't know what kind of everybody's around him like, Chip, this nigga throwing rings on the floor, got motherfuckers scrambling for. I don't know where he's at with it. And sometimes when they bring in these replacements, it can get more dangerous and more dangerous. So, yo, man, opponent, opportunity. What do you think of what's happening with this whole ordeal in the first place?
But obviously Hank has some stuff going on, right?
Yeah, he was scheduled to fight. From what I understand, he was scheduled to fight in early February, and he wasn't going to be medically cleared, but he would have been medically cleared by the time of the Black Prime fight. So he agreed to the Black Prime and told the other guys, like, hey, I'm not going to be cleared, and I'm basically moving on. The promoter went and reported Hank to the commission, got things kind of held up. Weird situation, man. So your boxing is dirty.
Yeah, boxing, man. Yeah. It's all on. It's Broner, man. We just gotta know what Broner coming. We know that this man, for whatever reason, cannot get rid of that stomach, bro.
Yeah.
And it's like Broner don't even have a weight. It's like he not 140 and he ain't 147. So it's like he a catchweight fighter in a sense. You know what I mean? Like, I ain't trying to be funny or nothing. I'm just saying, like, from what we see, it's like, come on, bro. And I watch him. I follow him. We working out and everything. I'm like, it's like, yeah. So this young boy, he could come and do something, but it really depends on Broner, man. His hunger and if he can make weight and just fucking be Broner. I ain't even gonna say let your hands go and all that shit. I just want to see you get in there and do good, bro. Like, at least make it worth the money the people paying. You feel?
No, absolutely. I want to see him make an about face. I want to see him change directions in his career because what will happen is it'll be about his face. And Michael Williams Jr. will come in there and say, hey, I got Adrian Broner on my resume. I had the loss to Juan Bauza. I can't maybe had another win, you know what I'm saying, a rebound bout, and then I beat Adrian Broner. That win could take him places. So Broner better stop playing around, man. And it's not me, rooting against him. It's me pointing out the obvious adversity,
Yes, sir.
And the best guy who step in the ring that night, that's the guy who's going to win. And so, I appreciate, Michael Williams Jr. and his team stepping up for this fight because this is a great opportunity. To get one in. And it's a great opportunity to get some experience. And it shows what we talked about. Remember, it's like deja vu. You, as a fighter, psychologically, you have to have the confidence to be okay to be brought in as an opponent. So Michael Williams Jr. didn't, after this first loss, say, oh my God, no, I'm not the man no more. He said, man, forget about that. It ain't about that. I'm okay with being brought in as an opponent because I'm going to take an opportunity. And that's why I have to, salute those guys, man. Big time. So
serious. Yeah, I agree, bro. I always take advantage of opportunity in boxing anyway. That's why people who stay ready and don't have to get ready, that's good, bro. Because I think last year we had a couple of those, right? A nice amount of late replacements. And then what they do? Did some upsetting stuff.
Hector Garcia was one of them, right?
Come on, 2 times. Come on.
The guy that stopped Rayo Valenzuela, the guy that stopped him.
Yep.
He was a Dominican brother as well.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
And Rayo was, yeah. So that, yeah, man, just, I don't know. We're going to see, though.
No, absolutely, man. Absolutely.
And the fight here in Atlanta, too.
Yeah. Listen, man.
Yeah.
That should be a good one. Good one.
Yeah. I think I'm going to slide.
Yeah, man. Definitely. You got to let me know what the climate is like. In Atlanta, I've always, especially as of late, and especially, when Tank was down there, whenever it's a fight or it's a big event, Atlanta show out, man. So, you
Oh,
got to have,
bro, we love it.
yeah,
We
yeah,
love it,
yeah.
bro.
The fans
For real.
corner, you got to give us some of that extra special perspective, put a little bit out of your stories, certain images and things.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
yo, this weekend, man, we got a fight that I've been really high on, really been talking about. Yeah, I'm keeping staying the course, man. Anthony Yard, Arthur Betterbeeve, light heavyweight. This is en route. Betterbeeve's looking at Bivol, but I'm looking right at this one. I'm not trying to, be no hipster with my pick or root for the underdog. I think I just really appreciate Anthony Yard's experience in there, having been in there with Kovalev and having faced this level of adversity. I do understand what a devastating puncher that Beterbiev has been, 17-0, and he stopped everybody, right? I get that.
Everybody.
But at the same time, I just have to give, Yard some credit for wanting this assignment. It's a very tough assignment,
Not to
So
mention, ain't he coming off a knockout, a win?
yeah.
Yeah. So that's even more good confidence going into the ring. You know what I mean? Betterbeeve is a bad man. Can't not acknowledge that. He's a bad man. But as we all know, for everybody, it's somebody. And I ain't saying Yard is the one.
Mm-hmm.
But he is one to everybody who just brushing him off, like you said, talking about Bivol. Hey, brother, you got 12 rounds, 36 minutes of fighting first. You know what I'm saying? You each match. I don't give a how sorry you think the person is. Each match is a match until it's over. You know what I mean? So I ain't even gonna say Betterbeeve don't come in here thinking you just gonna knock him out, because that man got a certain type of mindset. You know what I'm saying? He like to demolish shit. So I already know he coming to do what he do. And Yard don't seem like he at the face off. He don't give you no inquiries that he might, softening up or nothing like that. He's standing up, eye to eye. You know what I'm saying? Breathing ain't is nice and calm. You know what I'm saying? Letting them know I'm here, bro.
Yeah.
This is a fight. This is a fight.
Yeah. If you win, you gonna have to beat me. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna win in this face off. You're not gonna win before you get in this motherfucking ring. If you win, it's gonna have to be in this ring. And I those things are apparent. I mean, I'm glad you pointed those things out. Those are the nuances, the breathing, the posture, the eye contact. You know what I'm saying? Anthony Yard is not coming to lose. Go ahead.
Yeah, because it's like a lot of times I might not even pick some fights to come till a weigh-in.
You said that.
Know what I'm saying?
Like, I gotta see the weigh-in.
That certain look they give you, right? Matter of fact, the perfect one I give you. And I ain't saying that I thought Chris Colbert was gonna lose, but it crossed my mind. Chris Colbert and Garcia. Mm-hmm. I said the way Garcia looking at Chris, and Chris over there smiling. I mean, he always do. I give it that. But I'm like, bro, is you paying attention to my man over here? Like he got the eye on you, bro. This ain't no, I'm just finna go in here, do your little thing. He's looking at you, bro. He wants you. Yeah. So I love paying attention to all press conferences, the weigh-ins, that face-to-face. Like I said, you really can see them people breathing in. You know what I'm saying? Them chests going in and out. Man, look. But Anthony Yard ain't nothing to play with. Like you said, professional, been there with Kovalev, and that's a hard-hitting son bitch right there.
Absolutely.
So like you said, he know that level. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be good. And I don't think he ain't going in there to quit. He going in there to fight.
Yeah, we're going to enjoy this one. Another UK fight. We get to see that in the daytime.
Shout out to the UK.
Shout out to the UK, man. They always come through for us.
Yep.
We got also, I think it's a Golden Boy card. Alexis Rocha, his opponent just got replaced. It's an African brother too. His name is the Red Tiger. I forgot his last name, but a lot of late replacements, man, in the bout face. Now remember, Alexis Rocha, he's the one that holds a win over Blair Cobb, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So he was scheduled to face somebody, and now he got a replacement opponent. And on that card, you got Floyd Schofield.
So,
Yeah,
damn. So, no, Anthony. What Anthony? So the Anthony kid not fighting.
yeah. Anthony Young not fighting no
Anthony.
more. Anthony Young,
Dang.
nah, he's out.
I had Roach on there too. By the way. Yeah.
Yeah, they
Okay.
got an
Well, I ain't.
African kid in there.
Well, I salute to the African kid. I'm gonna check you out after this. Hopefully, you got something going, champ.
Yeah, no. By the time I hit IG on Saturday, he gonna be more than the African kid. Trust me, I'm gonna find out about him. You know what I'm saying? Respect, man. I know he's from Senegal, I believe. At least I got that right. You know, shout out to the
Yeah.
motherland, man.
Salute.
But yeah, man, it should be a pretty, nice weekend of action because we got that, the European cards, which helps us out during the day. Then we got
Yep.
that, that Golden Boy card in the evening. And then from there, man, yeah, man, that's it, man. That's all the action we have. So, I mean, as far as you know, what you doing this weekend, which fight has probably the most promise for you? What is it? Obviously, the Better Beef yard.
Oh yeah, of course. But the interesting fight actually gonna be the Floyd Schofield against Mercado, bro.
Okay.
Yeah. See, I don't
Hit me
like
to
Schofield.
Mercado.
I don't like that he keep his left hand down too.
Sure.
I know he quick. I give him that. He quick, but going against Mercado, he only lost to what? Chris Colbert. He lost like 4 fights, but they all went the distance. Chris Colbert, Lamont Roach, and O'Shaquie Foster.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but all went the distance. So those like 2 or 3 8 rounds and a 10 rounder. And then he just won his last match also. So, man, them people coming in off a win, man, and he's like a 2-time national champ over in Puerto Rico. You know what I mean? So I like Mercado. I have watched him a couple of times, bro. He give good fight. Now, if Schofield have a chance of ending him, it'll probably be like after the 5th, because he kind of wind out. He started off with hit combos and shit early. He just come out with it. So Schofield gonna get I want to see how Schofield gonna react, basically, because he got a good jab. He keeps a good jab, and like I said, Schofield keep that left hand a little low. So I'm curious to see. That's why it's intriguing to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm really wanting to see how they're gonna play out.
Nah. I'm glad you hit me to that one. I'm gonna do my research again. Another guy. I got to do my research on Alberto Mercado. Make sure I know who he is, and I'm definitely gonna be watching that fight, man. So look, we done wrap this one up. We done got some good spar. We could go ahead, towel out. Let the people know where to find you again. Give them your handles before we get up out of here.
All right, we got the Fans Corner, DAFANSCORNER on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. And look, if you from Atlanta, Georgia, anywhere in Georgia, if we run across me, shout it, holler at me. If you're a fan and you want to spit some shit, I have my phone on me. You know what I'm saying? You can record something, no problem. Again, just for the fans, man. I mean, shout out to the boxers. It's all about the boxers, but us fans don't want to get the entertainment. You know what I mean? So, salute to the fans.
Definitely, man. And we definitely need, the fans' perspective. I'm always glad to have you here, my brother, the Fans Corner, aka Lidz Low. King Amin of Essex, you know where to find me. IG, give us a like, drop a comment. And yeah, if you see us out in the world, show us some love, man. We do this for y'all, and y'all keep us going. This is a thing of ours, man. Boxing is life,
Yeah,
baby.
and big shout out to King Amin, man. It's like he said, man, from the first day we met, bro, it just been cool vibe. The man on the same level I'm on. We frequency cool. Yeah, I mean, and the man know his boxing, and that what brought us together, the boxing, and then we just stayed in touch since then, man. And just get him, man, his shot, man, because he stayed. I see he working. He stayed working, and I appreciate that for him even reaching out to me and be like, bro, you want to come on? I always appreciate, like I said, I'm always gonna come on, bro. Anytime you ask me, if I ain't got nothing popping, I'm coming on. So salute to you guys.
Nah, remember what we said it, man. This is good fellas over here. And listen, boxing bringing us together, man. So listen, support us, help us to support you. Drop a like on the content,
Right.
hit us in the DM, show us some love, man. We do it for y'all, and y'all keep us going. King Amin of Essex, the Fans Corner. We out of here.
Salute.
Salute, y'all.